Welcome to Lexington, Kentucky, the Bluegrass State and home to the Kentucky Wildcats. And Big Blue Nation has turned out, revved up, and ready to go. What a showdown we have in store. A couple of Big 12 teams squaring off in what could prove to be a huge game. As we'll see, the SMU Mustangs taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Kentucky about to kick off to get things underway. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. So SMU's offense takes the field for the first time today. And here he is. Let me tell you about this wide receiver. He is a route-running DB, toasting, pass-catching, touchdown-scoring, woo, son of a gun.
I can't wait to see how this defense is going to try and corral this guy, because you play man-to-man, you risk him running right by you and catching the deep ball, but you play zone and you give him the opportunity. Make yards after the catch. You're going to have to be really careful trying to cover that dude.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He'll do it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup. On that play. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28.
Really nice job by the defense shutting down all the options. Don't let him get into his reading phase. Go get...
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Those kind of plays can be huge for momentum. Even with the short return, they're set up at the 45.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
First down here for the offense. They go to the ground. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Quick completion to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. He'll pull it on the read. Nice move to keep moving. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32.
How nice is it to have a guy that can say, I'm just going to go get the first down. Like, I know I have options. I can do X, Y, and Z, but I'm just going to let me run it, go get the first down, and give myself an extra set of downs.
Quick strike complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, a great job by the quarterback understanding where the pressure was coming from and understanding where his outlet was. And, David, you know, it's demoralizing, I expect, from a defensive standpoint when you think you've dialed up the blitz and you think you're getting home.
Yeah, and you're doing what you can to try to pressure the QB, and you're bringing extra.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
This was one of the keys to the game. Could this quarterback, could he extend plays and then make throws in scramble situations? That time, the defense was able to get to him and bring him down for a huge loss.
On second down, he'll let it fly. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. It has been said that the other team's quarterback must go down, and he must go down hard. And he did.
And often is good, too. The most you can get to him, but great job by the defense, rushing the quarterback, understanding pass, and getting the big fella on the ground.
And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. Oh, and the attempt is no good. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Caught in the backfield. It's Hudson. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on third and short from the 49. To the ground to try to move the chains. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
That is how it's done on third down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. They'll go to the ground. They'll wrestle it down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
I think the OC would have been really happy with a small gain and an easier third down. But how about the effort by the running back to get this close? He saw the first down marker, tried to get to it, got close enough now where it's an easy situation on third. I got fourth down in my pocket if I want to go for it.
And this junior loves to show off that big arm. And the Mustangs look to keep this drive humming. Comes out throwing on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. Dropping back, it's Jennings. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs! And they jump on top.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Kentucky, 0.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. You You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better.
Fires the pass, intercepted. Not able to get loose on the return, but what a play to put his team in business at the 33.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, SMU.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing on concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And he's got it at the 30. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Wildcats. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding.
And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
He's brought down at the 38-yard line. And that's a first down for the offense.
We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats.
14, Kentucky.
First down to start the drive after the break. Use the play fake, now to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Listen, that's not going to go down as a big play, but he does a really good job turning a negative play into something positive. It's not a big gain, but it keeps you out of those negative situations that really makes you very predictable.
He'll keep it himself. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Hold it. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Offense gets set for second down. They'll give it to Johnson. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. Now facing a third and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Still from the pocket, fires over the middle. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. The Mustangs want to crank the tempo.
Hey, the defense knew coming into this one this guy was going to be a factor, but they have done nothing to stop him. They don't have any answers. This guy already has over 100 yards receiving, and we're not even done the half.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
They'll leave it with him. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
On defense, when they line up with numbers and they line up on your side, you're like, you're ready, it's coming right here. Then all of a sudden they mix in counters and they pull one or two guys and go back the other direction. That's a really good job by the offense keeping the defense on their heels.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Seventh play of the drive coming, and they'll need 10 on third down. Looking for a man, it's Jennings. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And now the lead is even bigger. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
He'll pull it down and run. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down, they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Feeling some heat. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Across the 25, he's got room. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. The Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. They're looking to pass from the red zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Wildcats!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Complete to the left. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
When you're a QB and you have enough time to take out a sandwich and finish the sandwich before you have to make a pass down the field, that's a good day at the office.
He lofts one down the sideline. He's got it inside the 30. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Mustangs.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You could see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best play.
Afterburners coming. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Makes the grab. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. Takes the handoff. It's Wilcox. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Kentucky!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Even with minimal gain on the return, they're working with a short field from the 36.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
A first down for the offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And those are tough passes. When you start throwing those balls towards the sidelines, it's a longer throw for the quarterback to make. And I think that's when you see the majority of the misses for guys, the majority of the overthrows and a little bit of inaccuracy start to show itself.
Quickly out to the tight end. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots in zones. You got to get him involved.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Now adjusting. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Kick comes up a little short, and now he's thinking kick 6.
And I love that the field goal block unit was prepared. They had a guy back deep. They understood it was a long field goal. And, Jesse, how about making a play as a field goal kick team, basically a kickoff team, going and making a tackle?
Yeah, they were saying, we're not doing kick six. This isn't Auburn, Alabama back in the day. And the big fellas up front, it's the offensive linemen that have to get out there and make a tackle. You're right, that was impressive.
Now on second down. And the Mustangs will boot it away to start the second half.
SMU 24, Kentucky.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball.
Looking for a huge play. And he makes the catch inside the 20. Touchdown, Kentucky. An epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Offense set on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Coming after it. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And this is a defense that I think is really feeling themselves right now, especially after some of the good things they did in that first half. Getting a sack right away on the opening play of the third quarter, that's got to get the juices flowing. And you know after that, they're going to keep this pass rush coming.
Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Dumps it off in the flats. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
They're bringing heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And they get the sack, but they knew it was a pass. You go nickel, you're bringing more speed on the field, more DBs. You let the pass rush eat. Everybody communicates, right? Like, you understand by formation, by tendency, they're throwing the football. Nice job by the defense understanding what the offense was trying to do.
And the punt team able to swing him to the ground. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working.
He's got it. He got a foot down along that left sideline. You know what it takes to make a throw like that.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football. Had time. Spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating an explosive play.
Pulled down after a pickup of 5. They'll mark it at the 8.
They showed this run in the first half, right? You saw it. They loaded up on this side, ran the football, had some success. What do they do in the second half? Pull some guys, run the counter the other direction to keep the defense off balance.
Takes the handoff. It's Wilcox. Running through contact. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Wildcats. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Wide out in motion. The give to the back. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. The Mustangs get enough to move the chains.
Well, they picked up that first running the football. That's good news for an offensive line that really has been getting pushed around and bullied in this game so far. Let's see what happens moving forward.
He wants to throw. Swings it out to the flat. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack. Just about the time the quarterback got the snap, that dude was in his mustache.
Quick, fast, and in a hurry in the backfield. Got him to the ground before he could even think about getting the laces and trying to get the ball out of his hands.
And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. And the Mustangs will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the returner goes down. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm.
Unloads it downfield. Makes the catch down the right side. Open runway ahead. Touchdown, Wildcats! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here this Week 11 performance. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. USC is currently ahead early in this one inside the Coliseum, but unlike the days of Reggie Bush and Matt Leinart, they just haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 11 over San Diego State. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Hand off from the shotgun. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. 3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. To the air, it's Jennings. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Woods. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5.
Wide open. He makes the catch. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, SMU.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going...
Trying to beat the D deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. This should be the last play of the quarter. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Just a short pass to the tight end. Gets away from one, finds room. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. And the Wildcats are on the move. They'll throw it on first down. Got it set up on the outside. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. And the Wildcats will have it 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Catch in the middle, it's Brown. Touchdown, Kentucky! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
He'll start the return inside his spot. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They'll start this drive with a pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hudson. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The Mustangs want to move quickly. They'll throw it on first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Snagged in the middle. It's Maryland. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
You got to give this defensive staff a ton of credit. They had a plan for this guy, right? They've watched him on film. He's been eating defenses alive. They've limited him. That was only his first catch. They've changed up their coverages. They've gotten after the quarterback. Great defensive game plan coming in this one.
2nd and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against a running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
He caught it, and he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1. Well, they say the bounces eventually even out, but they've been pretty much one-sided today.
And the defense needs something to happen so bad. You're in a deficit already. You get your hands on a football, and the offense still makes the play. That is so demoralizing for this team.
They're trying to go option, and they're trying to put that defensive end in a bind, but he's just way too athletic, and he guessed right. The quarterback was keeping the ball. He knew it and was able to make the tackle in the backfield.
He wants it all. Touchdown, Kentucky. And the punishment has been extended. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Back to throw, it's Jennings. Grabs it in the middle. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try to get the first through the air. It's complete. Quick timeout called by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yep, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
All wideouts, no backs. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And they got him for the sack.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Looking down the middle. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back to its own. 1st down for this offense. Used the play fake, now to throw. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Quarterback will audible. Misfired on 1st down. Back to the air on 2nd. Snatches it on the right. Oh, look out. There he goes. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
They're trying to get to it.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Out of the backfield, he's open. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. And the Mustangs have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down. To the air, it's Jennings. Finds his big tight end. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. Fresh set of downs after the completion. To the air on 1st down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. After the incompletion, they go back up top. A shot toward the end zone. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Looking for more room. And he goes to the ground, and that's how this game is going to end. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. Man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw early in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence. And David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's together, that's obviously what happened.
Everybody gets energized. Everybody starts to contribute. Young guys start to grow up. Coaches start to believe in them. Everything starts to turn around and swing the other way. They got it all going in the right direction.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation.